Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the race for the Spanish Grand Prix that just happened at Jerez. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Alex Marquez won it from Fabio Quartararo, Pecco Bagnaia, Maverick Vinales, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Brad Binder, Pedro Acosta, Aya Agura, Enea Bastianini, Luca Marini, Johan Zarco, Marc Marquez, Alex Rins, Aleix Espargaro, Marco Bezzecchi, Raul Fernandez, Augusto Fernandez, and Lorenzo Savadori was the last one across the line. Fermin Aldeguer crashed and retired to the pit lane. Franco Morbidelli also crashed. Joan Mir crashed. Jack Miller seemed to have a technical issue and retired to the pit lane. And also Samkit Chantra had some sort of issue and retired to the pit lane. So once the race got underway, Fabio and Pecco got an absolutely unbelievable launch, and it was them in first and second place. Pecco and Mark then went toe to toe. Alex, alright, nearly took the two of them out in a wild outbreaking maneuver that failed, but luckily he was able to run the gauntlet and missed hitting the two of them. But we were all set up for a decent Pecco versus Mark fight. Unfortunately, though, Mark lost the front, and coming through a left-hand corner, was never really going to be able to close that fast without losing the front, and went off. But he did do some really good fight back to come back and finish in 12th place. But Alex was behind Pecco during that time. Bode his time well, past Pecco, then took another few laps and then passed Fabio Quartararo, and that was kind of it at the front. We were all wondering and waiting for Pecco to pass Quartararo, but Quartararo ran an absolute brilliant race. Pecco couldn't get within 4/10 of him, and you could definitely see Pecco had issues with the front. You could see it as soon as he got close to him, pressure went up or something, I don't know, but you could see that he wasn't comfortable. Maverick Vinales kept Pecco very honest. A really good race from Vinales. Fabio Di Giannantonio went solid race. I won't say anything major. Solid race. Brad Binder, really good race from Brad, up 7 spots. Acosta up 5 spots. Agura as well, up 7 spots. Enea Bastianini up 9 spots. You can't diss any of those riders. Yes, there was a couple that fell off in front of them. So there would have been maybe a couple of positions back, but still really, really good race from them. Good race from Luca Marini, up 6 spots. Johan Zarco dropped 1. Obviously Marc Marquez, who rode brilliantly after the crash. The bike was definitely damaged. Alex Rins, besides Mark, probably one that gained the most spots today, up 10 places from where he started, even with the fracture in his wrist. It was really good to see Aleix Espargaro back, especially his little dice with Marc Marquez. Thought it was really interesting. Bezzecchi, who normally goes well around Jerez, just didn't seem to have it. Raul Fernandez, we saw him briefly as Marc Marquez was going past him, but again, be interesting to hear his comments. Augusto Fernandez, kind of where you expected him to be, and also Lorenzo Savadori. For me, it was brilliant to see Alex Marquez finally break his duck, win his first MotoGP race. And I know people are out there going, well, he won sprint races. Yeah, they're not MotoGP races and they're not counted as it. So he's finally off the mark. So it's good to see him. Fabio Quartararo, probably the outstanding ride of the day for me. Kind of used to Alex being towards the front of the grid now. But if you asked anyone at the start of this weekend, would a Yamaha be in the positions that it was in? And absolutely not. So for me, I would pick Fabio Quartararo as rider of the day. But realistically, in my view, both Alex and Fabio are the winners of that. Can't really pick between them. Winning your home Grand Prix as your first Grand Prix is something going to be special for the rest of his life. For me, though, thought it was a great race. Le Mans is going to be very interesting to see how the Yamaha goes there as well, because it normally does go okay there. And also, how does Vinales do around it, as he's shining like a diamond in a goat's ass in KTM circles. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the race in the Spanish Grand Prix? and who was your rider of the day. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.